Open Meeting Act. I would invite you all to join with us for a moment of silence, the Pledge of Allegiance. If you will please stand. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we'll continue with roll call.
Coy,
Here.
Lange,
Here.
Merrill,
Here.
Clausen,
Here.
Murin,
Here.
Moaning, Faust,
Here.
File.
Here.
Okay, and I would ask for approval of the consent agenda, omitting item number 15 to be pulled and put on the full agenda.
I'll make the motion, Your Honor.
Second.
Okay, a motion with a second to approve the consent agenda, eliminating item number 15. If you will please vote.
All council members voting in the affirmative.
Next would be approval of the full agenda with the addition of item number 15.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor. Second.
Motion with a second to approve the full agenda with the addition. Again, please vote.
All council persons voting in the affirmative.
Okay. Did I hear you say that we were going to look at? Do we want to do that, or do we want to take care of Mr.? Oh, is he on? Yeah, where is he? Okay. Since we do have in front of us, ready to work with us a little bit, the gentleman with Big Red Keno, I think we'll skip to item number 18 for consideration of approval of the renewal agreement with EHPV Lottery Services, LLC, and Endgame Lottery Services doing business as Big Red Keno for the additional 5-year period expiring on August 3rd, 2018.
Thank you.
I would ask for a motion,
Excuse
if
me.
I could. That's
I'll
okay.
make the motion, Your Honor.
Second that.
Okay, a motion, and now with a second, we'll look for your discussion.
That's great.
All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you, Madam Mayor, and members of the council. Really appreciate the time to be here and appreciate you putting us on your agenda for renewal. We're very excited about the time that the last 5 years we've spent here. I wanted to talk a little bit about that, and if you remember, well, first of all, let me say, before I forget, that Todd Ryan, who a few of you know, had hoped to be here with me this evening, sends his greetings. He was called out of town to a different business meeting, so we kind of had to split duties here this evening. So Todd sends his greetings and regrets, and I'm sure he'll see you soon. So I wanted to pass along those greetings. You'll remember that we signed our original contract with the city in August of 2008, which was just about 5 years ago, next month, early August. And by the end of August, we had our Keno game up and running. We actually did, we just had a few days there in August, and they told me today we did about $10,000 in handle that first month in August. So it was, just that last couple of days, we snuck under the wire so we could get it done in the same month that we signed up. Right after that, if you remember, we faced kind of two big hurdles that were unanticipated by us and by the city, really by anybody. In the fall of 2008, of course, there was a little thing called the recession that kind of struck everybody, and that hit us as well and affected various things, prices. It affected the Keno place some, and so forth. And then in June of 2009, something that really hit the Keno game hard was the smoking ban. And I'm sure, you'll probably remember that as well. But despite all that, and the hurdles that, that we did have to face, we overcame those and were able to get our restaurant open in June of 2010, or July 1, 2010. And so we've had that open now for just a little over 3 years, and it's exceeded our wildest expectations. We are just so thrilled with the reception that we've had here in the city and the way the people in the city have embraced that restaurant. We couldn't be more pleased to be doing business up here with both the restaurant and the Keno side of it. So we just really thank you very, very much for the opportunity to do business up here and to continue that for another 5 years. We've been fortunate over the last 5 years to be able to raise over $1.8 million for the city for community betterment, which we think in light of the early difficulties and unanticipated difficulties we faced, we think is really pretty good and pretty close, I think, to the numbers that we had given you originally. And I think it's pretty clear by the end of the year we'll be well over that $2 million mark. So we're eagerly anticipating that. And that's in addition to our initial $100,000 gift that we made to the city on sign up, plus the support that we've been able to give. And we really enjoy our working relationship with the Norfolk Panther Boosters and the Norfolk Catholic Boosters. Those are our exclusive charities for pickle cards. And so we've really enjoyed our relationship there. But just the quality of employee we've been able to have here in the city is tremendous. And the customer support we've had, it's just been wonderful, really a wonderful experience. And we just are looking forward with great anticipation to another 5 years. So with that, I'll close my remarks. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. And I'll leave it
Counsel?
in your hands.
One thing, you don't want to omit the Memorial Field Burgers.
Thank you very much, and I had that in my notes, and I was trying not to look at my notes real hard, but I appreciate that. And I had the numbers on that too, if you give me just a second. The Memorial Field Burger, actually, last month, we sold 525, that was in June, we sold 525 Memorial Field Burgers. And you'll remember the deal on the Memorial Field Burger is that for every Memorial Field Burger we sell, we donate $1 toward Memorial Field. And that brings our grand total from 2010 through 2013 to $17,854 just on that item alone. So thank you, Dale. I appreciate you reminding me of that because I did have that in my notes, and glad to mention that.
Good. Any other comments or questions for him? We don't get him in front of us very often. It's nice to hear you say that certainly your employee, and I would have to agree, the employees you have in there are excellent employees. Obviously, a little bit of that training and manager has a lot to do with that. But again, I would like to tell you that we only have quality employees in this
Well,
community.
that's all we've seen, so.
Good. We like
we're
to
really-
hear that.
We're
So
very happy for that.
we appreciate those kind words though too. But like I say, I really have been impressed with the employees that you have in there. So
Thank you.
good job, and we look forward to another successful 5 years with you. So
Great.
keep her going.
We'll do it.
All right, all right. Thanks for coming up. I appreciate it very much. I know it's a short meeting, but that's kind of the way you
Well,
wanted
it's worth
it
it because
too.
we're going to do dinner now, so makes it all worth it.
Should we ask where?
Yeah, I think you can make a pretty good assumption
Go
on
enjoy.
that.
All right. Thanks again, Bill. Appreciate you being here. Okay. Councilman Moaning, welcome. We're just going to, that's quite all right. We're going to jump right on to agenda item number 17 under the regular agenda. We are skipping around a little bit here. Oh, I'm sorry. We better do a roll call. Yeah, we better vote before we let him out the door.
All council members voting in the affirmative.
Now, all right.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you. Next is consideration of approval of an engineering services agreement between the City of Norfolk and Black & Veatch for services relating to engineering, design, construction, administration, and construction inspection for U.S. Highway 81 sewer service extension south of Elkhorn River for amount not to exceed $319,908.
I'll offer the motion, Your Honor.
Second.
We have a motion with a second. Dennis, do you want to speak to this for us
Yes,
at
I
all,
will.
or?
This is for the engineering services to extend service south of the river. As you know, we've had some inquiries requesting that service from various individuals and businesses south of the river. This is the next step in that progression. Black & Veatch will be teaming up with Olson and Associates on this project as well. Olson will be providing the field services, doing the survey and the construction inspection out of their Grand Island office. It's a contract, we pay for the services that we use with a not-to-exceed amount. Would answer any questions anyone might have.
What's the projected date you're thinking of right now for the whole entire project?
Um,
I mean, kind of, I guess it's kind of a open-ended question.
sometime, in 2015 service for sure.
Any other questions at all, council?